right, welcome back. We kind of got a little bit of a setup here, so we're going to get back into it and restart doing these semi-regularly. Anyways, we moved. There was you got to get everything set up again. It's a big pain in the ass, but we're here. We did it, so thanks for hanging in there, and thanks for joining me today. Today is just a bit of a story, and also a little bit of question to people that are listening. Maybe I'm just out of the loop, but have you heard of this? Have you heard of what? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, this story goes back many, many years ago. Back to a time when I was with my ex. And we would semi-frequently have dinners at her parents' house. And their entire family would be there. And it was usually on like a Sunday, family Sunday dinner, whatever. A couple of times when I was over there, I really had to take a poo. And I would go in the bathroom, and I would, number two. Well, one time I was in there, and they were out of toilet paper, which is an issue, but not a big issue. So I'm figuring they've got to have some toilet paper around here someplace. And I'm looking around behind the toilet. Sometimes they keep them in a little basket next to the toilet. They did not. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I started opening up cabinets. And I opened up the cabinet underneath the sink. And there was a knife underneath the cabinet. And it was like a steak knife, like it was serrated. And I'm thinking to myself, well, that's odd. But it wasn't so odd to where I was thinking about it more. I just saw it, thought it was weird, closed the cabinet, grabbed that extra roll of toilet paper, and went about my business. So the next time that I go over there, I think another couple Sundays in the future, I got to poo again. This time, her brother-in-law is using the bathroom downstairs that I was in the last time we were there. So I now have to go upstairs and use the restroom. Now I go upstairs, and no problem with toilet paper this time. But I go in, and I need air freshener because I've dropped a bomb that is beyond disgusting. And I got to freshen this place out. I mean, it's just crazy. So I go to look under the cabinet again, or under the sink rather, again, to see if there's some spray. And there is another knife, another steak knife. So now this is no longer coincidence. This isn't somebody just accidentally left a steak knife in there. There's a steak knife clearly allotted to each restroom in the house. So I go back downstairs, and I ask my ex, I go, is there some reason that your parents have steak knives in the bathroom? And she looks at me as if I should already know the answer to this, and says, well, yeah, it's a poo knife. Come again? She goes, it's a poo knife. As if I'm the crazy one. So I looked at her and I said, did you say poo knife? As in poo. Like a knife for poo. And she goes, yeah. So I'm thinking, I'm starting to hear the and so I asked the brother-in-law when he comes down, I go, have you ever heard of a poo knife? He has clearly had this conversation before because he goes, yeah, they have poo knives here. And so I look at him, but he knows we are now on the same wavelength. I'm thinking maybe I'm crazy, but he's giving me the look like, no, you're not crazy. Everyone else is crazy here. So I got to get into this further. So I ask her, I go, well, why do you need a poo knife? And she goes, well, if you take a large poo and you're concerned, and by the way, she's saying this all with a straight face. This is not, she's not laughing. This is like someone would be explaining, driving directions to me. If you take a rather large bowel movement and you're concerned that it might stop up and block up the toilet, the purpose of the poo knife is to cut that turd into more manageable portions. I don't know. Yeah, to cut the poo into more manageable portions. So I'm blown away. I'm flabbergasted at this point. It makes sense. I mean, I guess if you don't want to clog up your toilet, then I guess you could. I don't know, though. Yeah, you know what? I don't know, because I feel like if you take a poo and you're concerned that there's going to be too much poo, like after the first poo, you would just flush it right then and there. I don't know that you have to keep piling up turd on top of turd if it's, clearly the equipment's not going to handle it. And this is a residence, so there's not like a power flush on this thing like you would see in like a commercial building. I've never been in a commercial building where I've noticed any type of spatulas or anything or knives hanging next to the toilet paper rolls. So this is clearly a residential problem, not a commercial problem. Yeah. Cutting it into manageable portions. So it's the whole family is in on this. And sure enough, we go to the in-laws' house. There's a poo knife there. And then we go to the other sister's house, and for certain there is a poo knife there as well. 3 siblings, 3 sets of poo knives in each bathroom. I had never heard of it. I did do a little looking around online. They're not the only ones with poo knives. This is a common practice. Google it. There's poo knives out there. I was just wondering if I was completely in the dark or if this is more of a popular situation than I had ever realized. So if you do have a poo knife at your house and you engage in any poo knifery, leave a comment below. Let people know that, one, they're missing out, or 2, maybe you got to go get one. Maybe you need a poo knife. I currently do not have a poo knife. I've never run into it being that big of an issue. There is the occasional block up every now and again where you're going to have to get the plunger, but I feel that is not a poo issue as much as it is a toilet paper issue. Maybe you wipe too much, the toilet paper is clogging. I don't think I've ever had an issue where the poo itself, whether it be the length or the girth of the turd, has caused a blockage. I could be wrong, but let me know. Thanks.